Too much truth, too little honesty. Among the FAQs in the belief section of the Jehovah's Witnesses website, one finds the question, do we believe in creationism? The response is an unconvincing no. The one creationist tenet the witnesses reject is invisible to the naked eye. The answer concludes with a telling statement, quote, "We believe that true science and the Bible are compatible. To veteran observers of the faithful, the word true is a warning not to expect honesty." Among the videos on the site is a monthly indoctrination series with the eminently practical name JW Broadcasting. In the April 2016 edition, the host, eerily similar to a human being, introduces a mini-series on evolutionism, which is obviously religion, otherwise why would it end in ism? The featured guest of this inaugural episode is zoologist Yaroslav Dovanich, an exceptional graduate from a Russian university. While studying evolutionism, he was able to give the appearance of sleeping through his classes while actually receiving visions from the Supreme Being. It was revealed to Dovanich that evolutionism argues against the existence of God and is promulgated by aggressive evolutionist proselytizers. In addition to sharing these true revelations, Dovanich expresses deep regret for having once been a staunch evolutionist. The remainder of the clip is an unqualified creationist homily. Given that the 6-minute segment presents the entire corpus of creationist arguments, to expect anything more than sermons in future episodes is a profound leap of faith. They didn't get rich being charitable, or the Catholic Church won't apologize. From the late 19th century to the late 20th, some 150,000 Aboriginal children were compelled by Canadian law to live in residential schools, boarding schools, administered primarily by numerous Catholic orders, as well as Anglican and other Christian organizations. The kids were forcibly removed from their families and placed in the schools to assimilate them into civilized culture. They were forbidden to speak their native language or to practice their ancient customs. Many graduated illiterate. Countless thousands of them throughout their formative years were regularly raped, beaten, tortured, underfed, neglected, and subjected to government-approved, wildly unethical nutritional experiments. Over the last 2 decades, the Canadian government has worked, at times rather ineptly, to make amends to the nearly 80,000 still living victims of the system, issuing a formal apology in 2008 and allocating nearly $3 billion for compensation, eventually spending an estimated $5 billion. During the 90s, the Anglican, Presbyterian, and United Churches of Canada issued heart-wrenching apologies to the survivors. In 2009, Pope Benedict expressed sorrow for their suffering, but neither offered apology nor accepted blame on behalf of the Church on the technicality that it had not been officially involved in the schools. A 2006 settlement between Canada and the victims called on the various religious entities to make monetary restitution. Among other obligations, the Catholic groups were to conduct a nationwide fundraiser to collect $25 million. The other 3 churches were to hold their own fundraisers to contribute amounts proportional to that garnered by the Catholics. 9 years later, the Catholics had raised less than $4 million. In mid-2015, the Canadian government made a confidential deal, without consulting the Aboriginal representatives, absolving the Catholics of their $21 million shortfall in exchange for a one-time payment of $1.6 million. Mr. Perry Bellegarde, leader of the coalition of tribes known as the Assembly of First Nations, has applied for an audience with Pope Francis, not to beg for money, but to request a formal apology from the Catholic Church, and to press for the repudiation of several 15th century papal bulls, which granted conquering Christians permission to, quote, capture, vanquish, and subdue the pagans and put them into perpetual slavery, and to take all their possession and their property, end quote. A spokesman for Francis stated that the pontiff is considering Bellegarde's application. Dinosaur Character Ark. Since the passage of House Bill 279 in early 2013, it has been legal in Kentucky for anyone to predicate employment on adherence to the appropriate religious doctrine. For Ken Ham, president and CEO of Answers in Genesis, one tenet of said doctrine is that dinosaurs lived alongside humans less than 10,000 years ago. But it's not enough for employees to wear dinosaur suits to confirm their commitment. Ham wants it in writing. Every career opportunity on the Answers website requires candidates to supply a salvation testimony, a statement of belief in creationism, and a confirmation of agreement with the company's official doctrine. Much can be inferred from the fact that the dinosaur suit job is listed on a page titled Careers. Ham is very picky about his employees, but will accept your money regardless of your beliefs. If you live in Kentucky, he won't wait around for you to give it to him. For his latest temple of creationism, a full-scale model of Noah's Ark, 5 stories tall and 2 football fields long, Ham has taken some $18 million from taxpayers, somehow using the Ark status as a tourist attraction to breach a wall of separation of church and state. The Answers in Genesis website presents career opportunities available for dinosaur costume actors. Responsibilities include emulating a dinosaur while wearing a 70-pound costume with limited ventilation for up to 40 minutes at a time.